We're back at the club. Why? Are we a regular here?
And now my heart's a blazing ruin. You say that you were only fooling. Don't walk away. Don't do me wrong.
Okay, I thought we were going to be here to meet the drug man, the vice cop, but I guess not. We come here often, do we, by ourselves? Not home to the wife? Interesting. We're sort of mirroring our cases a little bit. Is our wife going to get murdered? The studio secretary murder. No items of clothing. And we have a train rather than a car. Or bus. Going through all the modes of transports. Okay. What the hell, man? Jesus Christ. You have a death wish already doing this.
Of course we will look into it. Yes, I'm aware that it's an election year.
No wonder why they just want
Keep a hold of
results.
your hat, Counselor. Now is not the time to lose your nerve.
I want to sweep all these murders under the rug as quick as I can.
It would appear that someone has hocked a rose gold wedding ring, a matching engagement ring.
Hawked?
Sound familiar?
Deirdre Muller.
Press the pawnbroker and see what you can find out.
Oh.
The address is 348 South Main Street.
Oh.
The Muller case goes before the grand jury next week, and the DA does not want any egg on his face.
It's a previous
Then
fic.
get out to the railroad depot on Santa Fe Avenue.
He's not keeping the jury
Have another
as trophies?
unfortunate found this morning beside a railroad line. 40-year-old white woman.
Right, Skipper.
You know what? I kind of wish that these homicide cases were not all linked together and they stood by themselves. I think it'd be more interesting.
And Deirdre Muller's ring. The Emperor may soon have to come to terms with the fact that he's wearing no clothes.
When exactly did you get that book of riddles shoved up your ass, Phelps? Is that what your old man paid college tuition for?
Like, I get that they're trying to build a whole narrative here, right? But I would prefer if we had different types of victims, different ways they were killed, more thought process into what's happening, other than everyone we sort of just put in someone array who we know isn't really the murderer. Right, I actually think the other desk was better than this, the traffic one, because it was more unique and we were actually putting away people. Well, most of the time. There was some kind of things that we did wrong, right? But at least there wasn't the patrol desk. That first one was wrong, wasn't there? Right, pawnbroker. We're actually continuing on at first with following on from a different case.
You've got to admit, this is looking odd.
Anyone could pawn a ring.
But if you take it along with all of the other indicators...
Cole, Hugo Moeller was identified by the school's groundkeeper. He's our guy.
Witnesses have fingered the wrong
That is
guy
the hero's
He
actor,
ran, for
right?
God's
That case.
sake.
before, and he always maintained he was set up.
The one with the pedo at the school? That's the other problem. They all sort of blur into one because they're all very similar facts. So I can't remember who's who when they're talking about previous cases.
How can I help you boys?
I am here for a recent ring that was pawned.
Detectives Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. You have a rose gold wedding and engagement ring?
David Bremner. Am I gonna get something for this pledge? Gave that bum money, now you guys are gonna leave me short.
A
How
bum.
much did you give him?
$50?
Try another night.
Actual hobo.
20?
Try 10. Feel lucky you're getting it.
I have the rings right here.
We actually have to buy them back from him. That don't seem right, does it? I guess we're reimbursing the money. I guess that's what it is. Okay. Engraved?
Does this mark mean anything?
This is the type of gold.
Gives you an idea of the quality.
Duh. How stupid am I? The other one? That's the engagement one.
What's this mark here?
That looks like initials, maybe?
Baker's mark. Usually
Ah.
traceable. That one came from Hartfield's Jewelry down on Broadway.
All right.
Thanks for the tip.
Is that useful? So, I guess to identify, to make sure they are from her.
What have you got on the guy who brought these in?
Goes by the name of Percy B. Shelley. Gave an address. 15 Poland Street, London, Tulare County.
London?
Can you give us a description of the man who pawned these rings?
Not sure. Medium height, medium build, dark hair, I
That's
think.
like fucking everyone.
Sorry. He just had one of those forgettable faces.
We'll be in touch, Mr. Bremner.
Oh god, an age of no CCTV. How annoying this is.
We have a problem.
We could have the local troopers check out the Tulare County address.
The address is bogus.
Oh?
Perp is having fun with us.
Oh, because it said London.
The guy who's been sending the Dahlia letters is also the guy who pawned these rings.
How do we know?
You figure that one.
Toying with us?
Percy Bysshe Shelley wrote the poem that came with the Dahlia letter.
Right.
The Dahlia letters are genuine, but the man who killed Elizabeth Short may have also killed Deirdre Muller.
No shit.
And how do we prove that, Phelps? Skipper ain't gonna like this one.
I'm sorry, was there a link between the poem and the name he gave or the address? How have we distinguished that? Right. Is this the same train yard as the traffic case? Or is this a different one?
You boys ready? Follow me.
We should keep this development with the rings under our hat until we speak with the captain.
We're all on the same team, Rusty.
Chain of command, Phelps. The skipper will decide who needs to know. Got it?
I get it, Rusty. I just don't like it.
I mean, he asked us to go there, didn't he? Rail yard 11:15. This one's when closed again. Why are some of them when closed and some of them aren't?
Hard, isn't it?
Yeah. I look after all the rail depots.
What have you got?
The Negro, Nelson Gaines, called it in. I came down here to make sure him and the other guy, Jameson, stuck around.
Jameson found the body?
Something like that. Guy makes me sick.
We'll talk to the coroner.
Why?
Keep an eye on both of them.
Hey, can you give me a hand? I got a hard case I need to break.
Okay. I'm gonna look at the crime scene first. What the hell was that? A picnic blanket? What can you tell me?
What have we got here?
White female, approximately 40 years of age.
Uh-huh.
Lipstick smudges on the face, but no writing, at least nothing legible. A blunt force trauma to the temple, nose, and eye regions.
Uh-huh.
Ligature marks point to the probable cause of death being strangulation.
Uh-huh.
Any idea of the time of death?
From her temperature, after midnight would be my guess.
Oh, all of them blunt force cause of death or the strangulation causes. I feel like sometimes it's one way and then sometimes the other. Is one of these people a copycat? Is there a copycat and a real one at the same time?
Smell?
Very good. There is the usual evacuation smell, but it appears she's been living rough for quite some time.
Ah,
Very strong smell of alcohol.
Well, the autopsy will tell, but I would assume that she was inebriated.
do you think she was going to like a hobo camp? Yeah, vagrancy. Right. That's why she was walking along the train tracks, I guess. Homeless. Hands are really dirty. It checks out for her being a hobo. Next arm, anything on there? A ring.
Another missing ring.
Uh-huh.
Certainly seems I've been swabbing a lot of bare fingers recently.
Mm-hmm.
Can you be more exact about the time of death?
No later than 2 a.m.
Similar to
The state
last.
the body was in, a 1 or 2 hour window is the best I can do.
Okay, so somewhere between 12 and 4 a.m. Okay. Blood splattered up here on the train. Is this important? Probably from the blunt force head trauma from the crowbar.
Blood splatter on the carriage. She must have been struck while standing up.
Yep, which saw in the cutscene. Annoyingly. Oh, did not need to step over. It's a bit rude, wasn't it? Right, purse? Get an ID? If she has one. What's this?
We could go over to the lot and see what they know about her.
Okay, we have a name. Evelyn
That's
Summers.
gonna be difficult, Cole. Keystone Studio lot closed back in 41.
This is old. What is this?
Hey,
What's
can you
this?
give me a hand?
A
I got
letter.
a hard case I need to break.
Dear Evelyn, I hope that this letter finds you in a better way than when we last parted. Better words were exchanged. You had taken too much liquor, and we both know what that makes you become. But I am not writing to harass and accuse. I am writing to apologize. I was heartbroken seeing what had become of my little girl. Okay, this is the dad. And what she is doing to herself. You are destroying your body and your soul with liquor, Evelyn, and it is harder for me to watch than you can imagine. But only God Almighty.
Come home.
Yeah, thanks for interrupting me. Above us has the right to judge, and so I beg you forgiveness. I've been in contact with a sanitarium here in Connecticut on your behalf. They say your condition is an illness and that it can be treated. Half of it is ripped away. You only... Was that sound of my thumb? Used? You only... Well, I guess it's not important. Okay, so it sounds like she's an alcoholic. I think that's the only thing that's important there from reading that. And I guess this is where she gets her alcohol. What bar is this?
Maybe someone at Mensch's will remember her.
Mensch's? Got the address on there already. Handy. And this is what? The liquor store.
This is a chit for personal items, not booze. It's an angle worth investigating.
Personal items at a liquor store. A suitcase. Right, 3 suitcases, a bedroll, a pillow. Alright. Just all normal shit. Maybe something for like her tent. Or wherever she stays. What are you looking at?
What now?
What are you looking at?
Looks like we might actually have a couple of witnesses this time.
Yeah, what's this guy looking
Their
at?
statements.
No, I want to know what this guy's looking at. I can't look at what he's looking at. Nothing important then? Okay. Who do we start with? Who found them? Was it the black guy who found them? Should we talk to him first? I think they mentioned his name first, right?
Detective Phelps and Galloway, homicide. Can you tell me exactly what happened?
We were shutting cars over to the main line when I saw this man here lying on top of this woman.
Okay, good to know.
The woman wasn't moving and seemed to be in a bad way.
What time was this?
About 7:30 this morning, sir.
Thanks for your help. Have you given Patrolman Hart your details?
I have, sir.
Thank you. You can go now.
That's very helpful. That's a lot of time after apparent time of death. If the latest is 4 and that was 3.5 hours later, probably found the body before him. Probably trying to steal it, pickpocket it. Or doing something a bit more dodgy than that.
Detective Phelps, LAPD homicide.
John Ferdinand Jameson.
We need you to answer some questions, John.
If you don't mind, I prefer Ferdinand.
Don't push your luck, knucklehead.
What were you doing to the body, Ferdinand?
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure you won't be upset?
Can't promise.
I was kissing her.
Yeah, okay.
It's not against the law.
Shut up.
There's no
Take
law
your
against
beating
it.
like a man.
Turn out your pockets, Ferdinand.
Do you have the ring? Lipstick.
Hey, can you give me a hand?
Classic.
I got a hard case I need to break.
Is that the normal make? Didn't know at some point someone was going to look up the make of lipstick from one of the cases?
Is this yours, Ferdinand?
Obviously not.
No. I found it near her purse. I thought she could use some lipstick.
Rusty, stop.
Wow.
Don't hit him.
Okay. Fucking weirdo. Interference with evidence.
You went through her purse?
It wasn't like she needed it. Took a look.
I don't see why that is wrong.
Did you take any money?
Wasn't any to take. I found her lipstick in her matchbook over on the mat. Not much else.
Okay. So you emptied the stuff inside. Discovery of the body?
You found the body?
Yes, I did. I work here. I was coming off shift and headed home.
Okay, well, there's obviously something that's been left out there. Doubt.
Why didn't you report the body, Jameson? Do you know how this is going to look to a jury?
A jury? What gives? I could tell that she was dead. I came through here about midnight last night. She wasn't here then.
Let me belt him again.
Interesting.
You're under arrest, Jameson. We'll see how this plays out. Until then, you can think a little on how you'd like to be treated if you were found dead.
I'm telling you, it's not illegal. Me and some friends of mine...
Is it illegal?
Clyde, you get this sack of shit into a cell. I'll deal with him later.
Sure, Rusty.
Is it sexual assault? Does it still count as sexual assault if they're dead? Okay, telephone.
Phelps, badge 1247.
Do we really have to go through this every time? God damn it, man. Can't we just assume they say this?
On Levine's Liquor. Closest store to the Santa Fe Avenue rail yard, if possible.
Just a moment, Detective. Closest store would be the one at 939 South Hope Street.
Okay.
Thanks, ma'am.
Ma'am. Right, next store we go. Or the bar. I've got a bar too. I'll just go down the list. Bar first.
Read that those goddamn Chinese want to sell the relief food that we're sending them?
Yeah. Yeah, I read about that.
These people are starving. They can't do that.
They want to sell the food to fund the civil war against the communists.
Really? Guess that's okay then.
Armies can't fight without food. Spend all your money on weapons, but you still have to have the will to fight. Fortunately, the Reds will win in China.
Watch your mouth. You know what you're saying?
The people of this country overthrew a king. You think the Chinese will balk at an emperor if they are starving?
Yeah, there was still civil war going on, wasn't there, after World War II in China? The three-body problem has that in there around that time. Well into like the 60s, I think? I don't know, I don't really know too much about it. You son of a gun! Mentions by 11:56 a.m.
Drink, fellas.
Phelps, Galloway, homicide.
Hello.
I need to ask you some questions concerning Evelyn Summers.
Sake, when you say hello?
Evelyn Summers? What is it now?
Does she do a lot, does she?
As well as I wanted to know Evelyn.
Troublemaker?
Pain in the ass.
Right.
Right. Coming in here, cadging drinks. Never had any money. She was in just a couple of nights ago.
Did she ever tell you where she was staying?
I don't know. I think she was living rough. She had that kind of stunk about her.
Who did she drink with?
A bunch of these guys. Ask around.
Okay. She a slut. Sleep around.
What's your name?
Hello.
Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Mind if I ask you some questions, Mr. McCaffrey?
I'm just a starving writer, detective.
Oh, really?
What do you want to ask about?
Interesting.
Evelyn Summers, and why she was found beaten and strangled in the rail depot on Santa Fe.
Do you like Shelley?
Okay. I see your point.
An intellectual.
How well did you know?
Do you think he could be here having a game with us?
I knew her. It was more like I was aware of her.
Brett? Could this be a serial killer? He fits the what I would think of a description of him would be, right? What was the guy saying? The pawn shop, medium built, dark hair.
You got parking tickets to hand out?
Was the last contact with her, please?
Did you see Evelyn last night?
No, I was at home. Writing.
Okay, that's not a confident enough answer for me to think the serial killer would be a bit more confident. I think I'll go doubt.
Do you want to get dragged into this, McCaffrey? Do you want us to get interested in you?
She hung out with this powder puff, James Tiernan. They haunted the public library together.
How well do you know James Tiernan?
I know he works some kind of plebeian job at Rawlings Bowling Alley.
One of the things she wanted from the shop was a bowling pin or something.
Corner of 9th and Graham. A lot of cops bowl there on Tuesday nights.
Right, her list of stuff she wanted from the liquor store, one of them was a bowling pin. Interesting. Criminal history?
Do you have a criminal record, Mr. McCaffrey?
Nothing serious. I've had a few skirmishes.
Like what? Give me more information.
Do you want to save me some time, or do you want me to look up your file?
Industrial disputes, strikes, workers' rights, that kind of thing.
Okay.
Fifth column.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, comrade.
Thank you for the information, Mr. McCaffrey.
Leftist, liberal. Right. Is anyone else in here, or is it just him? I swear there was someone else at the bar in the other booth, wasn't there? Is that it? He said, like, I was welcome to talk to the punters. Not just one. Oh, hello. Is it worth talking to him?
You a friend of Evelyn Summers?
Who's asking?
Very cute. You know who's asking.
I know my rights.
You don't have any. Answer the question.
Evelyn mooches for drinks. I don't have any time for that.
Was that so hard?
Keep writing me, copper.
Not useful. I guess it was just that one guy. Okay. All right, liquor store first, because I feel like it's important to know about the bowling pin. This is not crossed out. Sorry, can I go back? Have I missed something? Maybe I can come back. Sometimes it doesn't get crossed out because you can come back. Maybe that guy with the book. More to talk to. I bet it's him. I bet that's the serial killer. Right. There's nothing out here, no? Okay. You're not going somewhere, are you? What are you doing? Whose car is this? Why are you going to steal this car? That's not our car.
What did you make of McCaffrey?
There'll come a day, and it's coming very soon. We'll run him and the rest of his pinko buddies out of Los Angeles.
I meant as a suspect, Rusty.
Do you think the serial killer is like a leftist, liberal sort of guy? Killing women because they're unfaithful? Does that make sense? Maybe not. I also would expect him to be stronger against my questions. Right. Shot 50. Yep. Look at stop. Yes, it's the liquor store, guys. Go inside.
What can I do for you?
LAPD, Phelps
So they look like they sell like
making inquiries into
bowling
the murder
pins.
of Evelyn Summers.
Evelyn? She's dead?
You knew Evelyn Summers, Mr.
Robbins.
Were you enabling her?
Yes, I knew Evelyn. I was a good friend of her ex-husband.
Name of the ex?
She kept some of her stuff here.
Can you show us, please?
Sure. Come this way.
I guess this is going to be the list of items on the paper. Probably not ordering them then, right? It's probably just gave her a piece of paper to write down what stuff that she had left here.
You got some fine stock here, Mr. Robbins. You know, you let us take some for the road, this case might get solved a lot quicker.
He's joking, Mr. Robbins.
She kept a bed here. I
Okay.
probably shouldn't have let her.
Okay.
An alcoholic in a liquor store. That was never going to work out.
No, that's quite stupid. Yeah. Right, what was this? Relative? Sister? This is nothing to comment on, no? I've got nothing here.
She wasn't always such a loner.
Friends? School? College? She was like 40, right? This got to be an old picture. Like from the 20s?
Evelyn was reading Aristotle?
Evelyn wasn't stupid. The only stupid thing about her was her need to drink.
Why is that clue? Because the writer guy?
And she was borrowing books from
Yeah.
Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Right. That's why we go back there. Okay. I mean, to be fair, though, he did say he knew her, so I've just lent her a book. Yeah, bowling pin.
Rawlings Bowling Alley.
We already know about that.
Maybe Evelyn did something other than drink in her spare time.
We already know about that place. I guess we'd find out about that if you came here first. This is what?
I'm guessing Evelyn hadn't held down a job for quite some time before she was killed.
Another way to know what her name is?
When exactly did Evelyn work in the pictures?
Oh.
A few years ago. She worked in legal copyrights for music.
Wow. She was like a lawyer? Or maybe a paralegal? Do we leave? There's nothing else here, I don't think. Locations. This is still not crossed out either. Can I talk to him then? Yeah, I can. Okay. Contact with her.
We're trying to account for Evelyn's movements yesterday.
She came by in the morning.
A social visit to pick up some of her things?
She had a couple of bucks and bought a quart of rye.
Is that... Oh... He's shifting from foot to foot, but he's keeping locked gaze. Well, I don't even know what that means. Right, what is that? Why is there nothing on my log? I've got nothing on my log. It's blank. Oh, here you go. She came by in the morning. Social visit to pick up some of her things. She had a couple of bucks and bought. There's no reason to say that's wrong, is it? Should I go truth? No, he's swallowing nervously. Doubt. Damn it.
Alcoholic and your friend. You still kept selling her booze.
You ever try to stop an addict, detective? Better me than having her buy methylated spirits from the hardware store.
All right, fine. But what else would we have learned there if we got it right? Relationship?
Were you and Evelyn close, Mr. Robbins?
Not many people will be sad she's gone. I'll be one of the few.
Okay, that's fine. I think.
We got the impression that Evelyn had been sleeping rough of late.
It became difficult for me to have her staying here.
I think it's just like a straight guy.
Her mother was trying to get her back on the straight and narrow. She's old now.
Yeah, I got the letter.
To be honest, you have to have a good reason to want to get back on.
Fine. And knowledge of the writer guy at the bar.
Do you know a friend of Evelyn's by the name of McCaffrey?
Not personally.
Not personally. Not personally. There's nothing wrong with that answer, but I think maybe it's a bit blunt. Do I say about finding the book in there?
You sure you don't know McCaffrey?
Yeah.
It's in your room.
I would have thought it was pretty obvious the book was
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much saying that it's not a lie.
Think you have some way to link me to McCaffrey?
No, it's a doubt, isn't it? Yeah, because I was going to use the book as proof, so it's not right, is it?
It's nothing personal. I'm just doing my job. You understand that?
We're struggling for leads, Robbins. Did she know McCaffrey?
She idolized him.
Okay.
From what I gather, the feeling was far from mutual. He seems to peddle a revolutionary stance facing the ills of society. You could see how it would appeal to down-and-outs like Evelyn.
Thanks for your help, Mr. Robbins.
No problem.
That's fine. I don't think there's anything wrong getting the first one wrong.
Hey, I'd like to make arrangements for the funeral.
Right.
You think I could get in touch with Evelyn's mother?
Put in a call to the watch commander at Central Station, Mr. Robbins. He'll be trying to reach the next of kin.
Thanks.
You can supply the booze.
Get the guy, huh?
No, I won't. Why do people say that?
Evelyn never heard of it.
Of course I will. Sort of. Actually, I won't, will I? I'll keep putting the wrong people away. I won't get him at all. What? What? What?
11 King.
A message from Captain Donnelly. Return to Central.
Code 2.
11 King, en route.
Another letter?
Let's not keep the man waiting, Phelps.
Move!
Siren, Phelps? This some form of stealth attack?
Why would I put a siren on to go back to the station? Okay, 12:24 p.m. Where are we going?
I guarantee he'll walk.
Downstairs?
Captain is downstairs.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, same from the serial killer. Did you find the wedding ring and engagement ring I sold to the pawnbroker? Me. Bit convenient that's happening the same day we're getting like a new letter or something here, isn't it?
What's this about, Captain?
Ray and Mal have some concerns over the Henry and Muller cases, which I don't want aired outside of this room.
The evidence is solid, Captain.
No, it's not.
I agree, Rusty. It's just that corpses keep piling up.
Copycats.
I've been banging the same drum. But the notes and the lipstick messages.
Evelyn Summers, Cartel Classic Carmine. Each woman, same brand, same color.
At least they're not all stupid.
Teresa Terrelson didn't have a lipstick message.
Technically, you're right, Rusty. She didn't have any lipstick. But she did have a message. We found it beneath her dress, scraped with a sharp stick.
Ah.
Say.
You sure you want to know?
Ray?
As far as we can be sure, it said cunt BD.
That's one way of looking at it.
What?
Looking at what?
Cunt is all about access, Phelps. You're married, so yours is mortgaged. Some of us like to pay by installments. This guy doesn't like to pay at all.
Why are you so angry, Mal?
Because I just had to fire one of my assistants. He was a friend of Jameson's. God knows what he might have been up to.
Captain, we have good leads in the Summers case, but it's up to you to decide how we proceed.
Keep this under your hat for now. And follow up on Evelyn Summers. I want daily reports.
So they did have writing underneath on the dress, people. Or at least one of them did. Have we checked this person? The current one?
Yeah, I want to make homicide.
We got our orders.
You know, you've
Back
got
to the
me.
Summers
Get to that
case.
desk.
Get an address for McCaffrey. He'll have blown the bar. I'll meet you outside.
Okay.
Operator, message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
This person doesn't work here.
I need an address for a Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Oh, he's not at the bar no more then.
Apartment 6, 126 Yale Street, between Ord and Alpine.
Okay.
Thank you.
Let's we go to his apartment first and go back to the bar. Is that still like not crossed out? Oh, it is now. I guess because I could have gone to the other place first and then gone back to the bar and questioned about the book then. Right. Okay.
Let me pose a question.
Depends. What you got to do with?
Morals.
Would it bother you to put the wrong person away?
Depends.
On what?
On whether anyone except the poor son of a bitch in the slammer ever found out.
This isn't crossed out. Was there someone in one of the interview rooms? I guess maybe because we're going back there also at some point, right? Should we do the bowling alley first? I'm not sure if that's important. Is it open? 4:40 PM. Wow, we wasted a lot of time at the police station. What are we doing for so long?
Hello, Rusty. 2 on your usual lane?
I'm Detective Phelps.
Just ignored her.
No. What's your shoe size?
8.
This is business, Florence. You got a guy works here by the name of Tiernan?
Sure we do. He's a pin setter. Clears the jams, works the gutters. Go right in. He'll be hopping around the lanes toward the back. He's a nice boy.
Thanks, ma'am. Let's go get him.
Oh, he's making a run. That's him there, isn't it? What's he doing?
Tell the cook these were some good grits.
Why are we not following with more urgency?
Tiernan! LAPD!
That must take such a long time to play a game of bowling. Someone has to pick them up manually each time.
There!
Everyone needs their cars unlocked, apparently.
What are you waiting for? Get after him!
We might go faster if we weren't carrying the extra weight. These are flashy cars to be parked outside a bowling alley.
True, it's quite nice.
Attract a fast-living individual with money to burn, Cole.
Or a middle-aged individual with the need to feel virile.
Can you shoot him? Thank you.
You gotta get me closer! Another runner. Well, at least we've got a suspect.
Why do they always run? I'm sure we've got the wrong person in more than one of these homicides.
God damn.
But they always seem to lam it.
You know, your theories are not airtight by any means, Phelps.
I can't believe this is happening.
Hit him, Cole.
I got him.
Spin him out.
Or not.
If this isn't the killer, we can at least get him for reckless endangerment.
Yeah, like all of them.
Runs into a wall and saves us all the trouble. I'll try to shoot out his tires.
Yeah, well done.
Wish me luck.
This is the way he says it every time. Okay.
That is the end of that. It's about fucking time.
He's got a gun.
Yeah, I'm a policeman. Shut up.
Put your hands in the air.
Right. Can we put the piece away? I guess I'll come back to interview him later. What do we do? The apartment of the other guy? Then we can like question them both at the same time, probably. Alright, 7:23 PM. Wasted a lot of time before going to this guy's house. He's already sort of been warned a little bit by us talking to him, so... Is he cocky enough to hang around if it was him? Apartment 6.
McCaffrey's in apartment 6.
Uh-huh. Knock, knock. Police.
Doesn't look like anybody.
No, because he's probably made a runner. Can we kick it in? Thanks. Okay, blood, yep. Not a surprise, really, is it? Because it's not necessarily him. This is the other half of the letter. It's a bit suspicious. It's not necessary to read this. The rest of it, I don't think.
Torn from the letter we found beside the body. At the very least, I'd say it ties McCaffrey to the scene.
Yeah, it's just concerned mum, right? The bloodied shirt and the murder weapon just lying brazenly on the floor for everyone to see.
He said he was at home. He said he didn't know her. And we have the book.
This is from the bowling alley.
Let's see Carruthers argue his way out of this one.
But this is from the bowling alley.
Is that you, Grosvenor? Who are you guys? What are you doing in here?
I wasn't finished here.
Do Do you know where we might find McCaffrey?
I'm his neighbor. Is he in trouble?
Look, lady, we need
So
to
nosy.
find and in a hurry. Are you going to give me trouble?
He has a pigeon coop up on the roof.
Okay.
He spends his mornings up there when he's been
Well, it's not morning though. It's evening.
down the hall and up the stairs.
What about the shirt?
Drunk and in command of a carrier.
The shirt. That's not important.
We can write him up for that. A citation at least.
It is evening, isn't it?
Grosvenor McCaffrey. Running on a hangover, McCaffrey? Sit down and we'll talk.
I'll go get our wheels.
I'm sure it said 7 something p.m. right, not a.m. What am I doing? Sake. Where'd he go? Oh.
You a runner, McCaffrey? Stay and fight the good fight.
There he is.
Yeah, I know. I can see. Thanks. Where is the part? He's not even got in the car yet. Is he still running down the stairs? Car's on the mini-map. He must have took someone else's, surely. Can I point my gun? I can't. Oh, I got him now.
Give it up, LAPD.
Ow.
McCaffrey, you're under arrest on suspicion of murdering Evelyn Summers.
He had the letter and a murder weapon and bloody shirt, but the weapon was from the bowling alley where the other guy works, who also ran.
We need to get downtown and wrap this thing up. It's got to be McCaffrey.
Yeah, I mean, he's got the stuff in his room.
You set him up.
Yeah.
Don't think that asshole Jameson could have done it, do you?
Which one was that?
Whoever did it. Just that
Oh, the perv.
How do you know that McCaffrey didn't do the doll yet?
We have a list of over 200 suspects. His name was never on it.
If you think the list is exhaustive, Rusty, who am I to argue?
Listen, let's just work the case at hand, shall we? Then we can sit down and put all the puzzle pieces together at a later date.
I'll hold you to that.
Right. 7:19 p.m. Yeah, it is evening. What the hell was that all about? Didn't it about being morning and then evening? Any other place? Yeah, line up. I'm pretty sure we'll do that at some point.
You sure you can make it stick with one of these suspects, gentlemen?
It's either McCaffrey or Tiernan, sir. I think Jameson is.
We got 3 people here.
All right. I'll deal with that degraded lunatic myself. He's got some fearful retribution coming. Tiernan isn't one, McCaffrey isn't 2. I want the Don't fail me, young films.
I mean, on the face of it, I don't know. You can start with 1. Who was that? The bowling alley guy.
Why did you run, Tiernan?
Why were you running?
I was the last one to see Evelyn that night. I knew you would think it was me.
Did I know he was the last person to see her? Relationship?
Can you describe your relationship with Evelyn?
I barely knew her.
You just said you was the last person to see her last night, so it's a fucking lie, isn't it? You had a bowling... What would I go with? Do I go with liar? Because she had a bowling pin. Of his. That's not in the clues. So is it a doubt?
Sounds like half an
No.
answer to me, Tiernan. Were you sleeping with her?
That's none of your business.
What did I miss in the... What? What have I missed? Sorry, what did I miss then? I'm confused. I don't know. I thought maybe it would come up with the list of the items. Maybe the pin that we found in her place. It's not here though, is it? Victim's book found.
Aristotle's Metaphysics, the book that belonged to McCaffrey.
McCaffrey saw her looking at her once and laughed in her face.
And you're saying Evelyn stole it.
She wanted something of his.
True? Oh
You
no.
don't like McCaffrey, do you, Tiernan?
Oh no.
He's full of the common man routine, but he props up a bar like the rest of us. Evelyn thought he was going to be a great novelist. He had nothing but vitriol for her.
Oh, I'm messing this up big time. He sounds like he really liked her though, so would it be him? Access to murder weapon, yeah, it's from your bowling alley. This is the most important question, surely.
Do you own a car, Tiernan?
No, I don't.
Have access to a lug wrench?
Oh, we use a lot of them to clear jams in the pin setting machines.
Okay. All right. What do I point about the evidence?
I want the truth. I think you broke into McCaffrey's apartment and planted a lug wrench there.
I guess so.
I didn't do that, and there's no way you can prove any different.
There isn't, really. I don't know if it does work. But it was from their place. Oh, I'm going to get this wrong, aren't I? Oh,
As
for
hard
God's
as this is
sake.
for you to contemplate, I really loved Evelyn. She was
Okay, it doesn't matter, because it's not this guy.
and gentle to me.
Evelyn was missing a ring from her right hand.
That's strange. She always wore it. Big black circular disc with a white E in the middle.
Oh, that sounds tasteless.
It was made from an old typewriter key.
Oh,
From
okay.
the prop department at her old movie studio.
All right. Fair enough.
We're going to talk to McCaffrey. You need to think about
It's
what
not
you
him.
told us, Tiernan.
It's not him, even though we got that all wrong. Sake. Feel free to butt in future, please. Correct me. Interview room 2. Let's get lost in here, I swear.
Vice boys get any on the side?
You ready to answer some questions?
You think I have all the answers?
People who run from the police usually have something to hide.
Touché, detective. Let's see where this takes us.
Do you think he's a serial killer? Relationship, please.
You told us you barely knew Evelyn Summers.
She hung around sometimes. I had very little to do with her.
Okay, well, this one is to do with the book, right? Surely. Or the torn letter? Look over the torn letter. You told us you barely knew her, then why did you have this, right? Why did you have her letter? Surely.
You'll have to do better than that, Grosvenor. We know about you and Evelyn.
Evelyn was a lush and a boring one at that. You can't link her to me.
Yeah, there's no reason to have the personal letter. What's probably either he did take it or someone's put it in there. But this should work, right?
Seems there's a serious gulf between what you think you know and what you actually do, detective.
How doesn't that work? How doesn't that work? How doesn't that work? Oh, what the fuck? I've gone 4 for 4. How is that wrong? You can't link her to me. I did press the right thing, right? The letter? How does that not link them? Okay, alibi?
Evelyn died sometime around midnight. Remind me, where were you?
I was at home, writing. I'm working on a manuscript.
For God's sake. What do we do here then? Liar?
You're lying, McCaffrey. You were out at the rail yard.
Say the murder weapon?
And what do you have that proves I was there?
Right? Surely this one, right? The fucking murder weapon.
You're gonna have to do better than that, detective.
It's either going to be you or Tiernan.
Make it stick, detective.
Why don't they work? I'm sorry, but I don't understand why none of those worked. Why didn't any of those make sense?
Say all's fair in love and war.
What have I got here? The phone. If we put a finger for someone, it's him. But it's nothing is either of them.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, detective?
I need the jacket on a Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Just a moment, detective.
Oh, who's this?
Crew was formerly under surveillance by the Red Squad. Convictions for petty theft.
CIA?
Dishonorable discharge from the Army during training at Syracuse. Assault on a local woman. Says he almost beat the woman to death.
Thanks.
It's a criminal record. Did we go back with him? Is that a commie, apparently? He was on a watch list at the very least.
You were in the war?
Yes, I was. Seeing the things that I saw. It changes a man. I came back here determined to change things. All I wanted was a pen and an opportunity to speak out.
You told us before that you had only minor run-ins with the police. You didn't mention petty theft.
I've never been in trouble for violence. That's the salient point here, isn't it?
Okay, so now we come in with that. At least we get this one right.
You're lying, McCaffrey. You have a history of violence towards women.
How do you turn a couple parking tickets and a petty theft misdemeanor into an assault charge?
I swear to God, if this is wrong, I'm gonna go mad.
We know all about you and your dishonorable discharge, beating some poor woman near to death in Syracuse. You've never been in combat, McCaffrey. Your whole life is a fraud.
She was a goddamn peasant whore. She tried to steal from my wallet. I could have fought for this country. I could have.
You beat her because she stole from you, because she tried to outsmart you.
The ignorant audacity of the bitch.
The Vic did steal a
What
book.
is a man supposed to do? Sit there and take it? How is a man supposed to call himself a man?
And Evelyn Summers, a poor, drunken nobody, stole your book.
And she got what was coming to her.
Okay. No, we got him. We got the right guy. There's no way it's the other guy, is it? But before it annoyed. It said it was wrong. Can I leave and come back?
I want to make homicide. I mean, you know you've made.
Just double check. There's nothing else to do. Right? Because last time it said I got it wrong. I did it too quick. But that's a confession, isn't it? Nah. Let's just fucking do him. It's got to be him. He's got all the stuff in his house. He's just admitted.
Grosvenor McCaffrey, I'm charging you with the murder of Evelyn Summers.
So I just needed to take a little breath.
Never hurt anyone except herself.
Collect myself together.
I hope God finds a way to forgive you.
He got mad at me last time.
Congratulations, boys. You bagged the fine catch. Another red to boot. Grand. Now, I want you to put this business about a repeat offender out of your mind. This McCaffrey creature shows no remorse. And neither will the grand jury. You would have to walk a long mile to find a better candidate.
I mean, yeah, why would he admit it like that, though, if it wasn't him? Right. Why are these people admitting to them if they're not them? Just because they're angry? Emotional? He's now regretting his words, I think, isn't he? I'm going to get a terrible rating for that, but at least they got the right person out of who I was meant to put in. Right? Surely it wasn't the bowling person. What was the rating? 3 stars, okay. Average, I guess. Could be worse, could be better. Alright, next.